Hello, I'm here today to demonstrate a highly effective traditional Chinese medical massage for the nose as passed down by the Wu Jutong Family tradition of Chinese medicine that dates back hundreds of years and that we have been studying with Dr. Baolin Wu as part of the Neijing, Yijing study group of Los Angeles. Now, there are two ways to think about a massage like this. In one way, from a traditional Chinese standpoint, it is ordered to clear B syndrome from the body. And what is B syndrome? Spelled B-I. It is when any sort of wind, cold, heat invades the body systematically and then gets lodged inside, stuck. This is very common with viral infections, such as COVID. Even if you are not experiencing any symptoms any longer, this stuck factor can have wide-ranging repercussions for your body's functionality. One good way to look at it is all the tissues and organs in the body have a rhythm to them, a pulsation, and this is what allows the blood to circulate through the veins and arteries. This is what allows the lungs to expand and contract as you breathe. This is what allows your digestive system to pass food through so that it can be metabolized into the bloodstream, and then the waste products can be properly and quickly eliminated. Now, if you look at the entire body holistically as an integrated set of movements and pulsations, what happens when you have any type of muscular stress, any type of inflammation, or any other symptoms or conditions that could stop the normal movement and pattern of these pulsations? That is the number one question that traditional Chinese medicine looks at within the body. The philosophy is that if you can maintain proper motion and flow throughout all the body's functions so that they are operating in proper balance with each other and in proper tempo, you can strengthen yourself against many invasive pathogenic elements. You can strengthen your immune system, and you're doing this by basically integrating the relaxation of your muscle system and your nerve system with the natural peristalsis and natural functions inside of the body. So, in other words, if you have tension that you're holding, that over time can lead to acute or chronic conditions. This is where acupuncture and massage comes into the view. We do not always realize when we are sick how much the inflammation and stoppages of our normal body functions get in the way of this full body intake and elimination process. Even if you're not experiencing flu-like symptoms, having difficulty breathing, have difficulty smelling or tasting, or having any blood pressure issues or digestive issues, you might still be in a chronic state of B syndrome blockage. Now, what exactly is that? If you think about your body tissues and your organ tissues as being permeated with blood, which is feeding it nutrients and oxygen in order so that they may function, and allow for the proper rhythmic movements of their jobs, so to speak, through inflammation or through problems with your circulation or your breathing, or problems with your muscle system being too constrictive, you can get into a situation where either the pulsation is irregular, whether it might be weak, and then because the cardiopulmonary system is not operating at peak performance, the tissues themselves start to weaken and change their normal texture. They're not going to be fully engorged with blood. You could think of it as like a cold oatmeal that's been left on the stove for too long and has started to get gelatinous. This is a good example of a damp cold or even a damp heat B condition within the body. How does this manifest? It manifests with, like I said, a complete inflammatory conditions. It can result in sinus and nasal swelling, and furthermore, it can result in difficulties with the lungs properly expanding and contracting due to muscle tension in the diaphragm, brought on by all this excessive inflammation in the upper head area. Then, of course, you can also have pulmonary issues as well, where the blood circulation is getting weaker or is erratic, and that works against giving the nutrients to your body in order to do the work that it needs to do. So step number one is we need to be able to relax the unconsciously held tensions that are created by these sort of chronic breathing and inflammatory issues. And this is exactly where this nasal massage technique comes in. We are going to be working on the nose in order to bring proper function back to the lungs themselves, rather than trying to do extra cardio exercise to bring up the lung capacity. We are going to be working on relaxing the inflammation and tension from the top down in order to promote a more comfortable and realigned posture for the entire body to be able to do its work the way it's supposed to do it. So very first, we take the thumb and the forefinger, and we're going to place them alongside the sides of the nose. You can see right here, right here. These are two very specific points on the large intestine meridian, and we're going to squeeze those, and we're going to turn. Feel like you're turning like a key inside of a lock in a circular manner, back and forth. You might feel your cartilage even creaking a little bit under there. You only need to do it 2 or 3 times. And then with the same fingers, we're going to pinch along the sides of the tip of the nose. This point right here in the center of the nose is part of the Du channel or governor channel, Du 25, the Su Liao point. And this point is primarily used for resuscitating patients in emergency conditions and for regulating the entire flow of energy in the body. So that if it is blocked, if it's stopped, or if it's going up instead of down, we deal with this point in order to quickly maintain and regain the proper function, specifically from the breathing end of the spectrum. So just like we turned twice here, we're going to grip along either side of the ball of the tip of the nose, and again, turn it. Turn it in a circle, half circle, like a key, just 3 times. And then after you've done those 2 points, just take a good sniff up and you're done. This takes just a matter of seconds, and you should get into the habit of doing it as part of your daily hygiene rituals. When you're brushing your teeth in the morning, do the nose massage. When you brush your teeth at night before you go to bed, do the nose massage. If you had lunch and you've had a glass of water after lunch, do the nose massage. You can do this 2 to 4 times a day without any strain on your system. You might feel a little bit of a heaviness, numbness in your nose after you do this, which is good, because that means you're getting circulation back into this area. It's so easy to cut off the circulation to the tissues of the nose and lose the flexibility around the muscles surrounding the nose due to breathing issues, inflammation in the sinuses, congestion, and allergies, and even just stress. We hold it here, we hold the stress here, we hold the stress here, and before you know it, we have cut off our blood supply to our most critical smelling organ. This exercise brings that circulation back and uses the large intestine as an opening, as these 2 points do, to encourage comfortable digestion process, comfortable digestive palpations, and then this Su Liao point in order to rebalance the full body energy. So in a sense, you are balancing the 2 planes of the body, then you're balancing the center of the body, you're balancing the large intestine, and then you are opening the entire body's energy through this nose point in order to bring all the tensions downwards and allow for proper function of digestion, lung, diaphragm, and blood circulation through the face, even into the brain. I would say that if you can practice this twice a day for a week, you will start to see very noticeable improvements in the sense of relaxation through your facial muscles, through your chest and your back. You might be sleeping better, and you will certainly be feeling like you are breathing a bit better. You know, from a Western standpoint, we normally would do a nasal rinse to keep this area clean. But from the Chinese standpoint, we are encouraging enhanced blood circulation and airflow in order to let the tissues themselves become stronger and maintain a better barrier between what's coming from the outside and what is being filtered and processed and brought into the body. So I hope that you can enjoy this exercise. It has a many hundreds of year old tradition to it, and please like this video and comment below on your experiences with it. I am very interested to hear how you make traditional Chinese medicine a part of your daily health. Thank you very much.